fuck you, bloody fucking mother, bloody fuck bitch.
Bitch, you
Bloody fuck you, you're fucking paranoid, man.
You are fucking.
You fucking you, bloody.
You bloody.
Fuck you, bloody bastard bitch. Yeah,
I had an idea while I was drifting to sleep. I don't know if it's a smart idea or not because I'm very tired. But it's an idea and I wanted to document it so I could remind myself tomorrow. So each cam box Z transition room as well as cam box normal and red. What if I created a series of objects, each one having its own symbol to represent things like rain, fog, shaking, or whatever. And what could happen is, depending on what effect I want to be happening in a specific camera box, I'll probably have to create a new camera box. This one will be called Effect Layering, or something like that. My idea is I'll create a series of objects called rain, fog, shadow, so blah 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 blah. And then if it's placed within the cam box, it makes those effects happen. Before I can do anything game design related, I have to go run errands. I'm going to be taking I'm going to be taking my letter to the court office. That way I can be exempt from jury duty because I have a surgery coming. Wow, they timed that perfectly. And then after that, shopping for food.
It is very important to not overwork your brain, especially when you're learning a new thing. So today I'm taking it off. I'm making salad and watching Star Trek.
1 day later.
I just want the screws! Give me the fucking screws! Why are they in your shoe? God damn it! Fucking screws! Fuck me! Jesus! Where the fuck are the screws? Over the last couple of days, I tracked down why my Zelda-style transitions did not work as intended, only functioning about 50% of the time. The main issue was in the cam box detection. When the player object went through on the edge of the cam box, the code would sometimes detect the correct box to go to. I fixed this glitch by making the cam box detection deterministic. Instead of grabbing just any box, the player's position, the system now constantly picks the correct box. Now I need to work on graphical problems and make new effects. What does that all mean? I actually wrote that to try to make it as simple as possible. Now I'm going to try to explain it as best as a Joey can do. So, at present, this is what the cam box detection code looks like. This is the stuff that I wrote yesterday that fixed the main problem, but there's also some shenanigans that was going on with the cam box step events, and I believe it was 2 or 3 other instances inside of other objects that were scripts. Scripts are something that, let's say you're programming your player and you want to have something that you could pull on without having to write it constantly. You would write a script which would handle all of the things that you wanted to do, and then inside the player you would say, access this script. So, what's going on right here? When the player enters into this area, what's supposed to happen is it applies the effects of this screen as you're entering it. There is a small window right in between both of these camera boxes where whatever is happening in here fades into here. And then if you leave, the same effect is applied. Now, originally the detection started off as 4 pixels because I thought that'd be precise. That did not work. Then I went to 8 pixels. That did not work. Then I went to 16 pixels. That did not work. The magic number was 24 pixels. At 24 pixels of detection, which means that there is currently in every single camera box a code that says create a boundary around me that is 24 pixels wide. It is on top, on bottom, on left, on right. And the moment that the player, you, intersects with this object, it then applies this code along with some other code that's on the screen. I wasn't going to write down 240 something code lines. That I would need a bigger board. Okay? So this is what you get. Plus also arthritis. So, that's what's going on right now. Now, the problem that I'm having at this exact moment is that when the player goes into here, instead of applying the effect like it should, it flashes like crazy, pre-applies everything, and then fades into the next room. It is quite literally jarring. So my idea is that it's the order of which the code is written. Something about the order is missing up, and that's what I'm going to try to attempt to fix next. This is a pain in the ass. After this, we are going to be attempting to create better fog. The current fog right now is represented by a circle, because I needed a placeholder graphic that would actually say, oh cool, this is actually working. But when it's done, and we've mastered making this shit work, we will replace this with something a little bit more foggy.
I would flipping the bird if I had fingers.
Yesterday, I kind of lost my mind a little bit. I got around a 20-ish attempts to make fog work. And the root of the problem seemed to eventually come to light. And it ended up being that because the room effects object was handling all of the relevant code for room effects. That's what it was designed for. But because it's doing that, it's having a problem picking which thing to do. Because there's so many different rooms. There's a room that turns things dark, there's a room that turns things pitch black and only turns on eyeballs. There is a room that changes the palette to a warmer temperature, and a one that changes it to a colder temperature. There is a room for fog, there is a room for rain, there is a room for shaking, so I can make that happen at my leisure. And there'll be more rooms in the future, like lightning flashes and, I don't know, ghosts or some shit. So, when all of that code is inside of the same object, it confuses things. Even though I separated things with these weird symbols. So, today, I'm going to surgically remove all code relating to the objects known as CamBox Z-Trans effects. And then I'm going to be creating their own script so they could be separated in different rooms and they could stop fucking arguing with each other. Believe it or not, the fog's back. I'm trying to figure out why it's so late. It is here, trust me. I recognize the patterns. Look, there's one right there. Look, there it is. The opacity is off. Why is the opacity off? I set the opacity to be the same as last time. This code right here acts as the main heart for fog room effects. Here we go. It's a little quick, needs adjusting. The player is on top of the fog and not underneath it. That's kind of a problem. And there's also like this weird effect happening where it almost seems like it's a screen tear as the fog moves. I am using
all this art that you see, except for the Zelda stuff in the background, my art is, including the fog, is drawn by me using my tablet. So what you're looking at is me actually painstakingly painting the fog, and later on there'll be multiple fog sprites to pull from. So every single time the player enters into the fog area, the fog won't look the same. That's the goal anyway. Let me show you something. When I change that thing right there, I change it from a 5 to a 6. Yes, it does. Still has that ridiculous looking screen tear. Still there. Switching to a shader. The hell? Whoa, that ain't right. It's so weird, but it's also incredibly fascinating. Like, kind of mesmerizing. It's not what fog is supposed to look like, but it's kind of beautiful and it's retarded chaos. Wait, it got smaller! Please. It can't be that simple, please. Oh my god, it's actual progress. It's moving smoothly. It's using my sprite as the texture. Everything seems to be looking pretty good. There's just like small things. Arte.
Information associated with that viewport, where camera equals, you get camera, index 0, and I'm going to extract the width and the height information from it.
They have a party after Valentine's Day, or during Valentine's Day.
The next bloody day. Yeesh.
It's like a random checkered situation going on. Fucking shit.
And I also know how to make my own grilled cheese, ladies. On to the next problem.
Finally fixed the problem where there was checkerboarding happening. Now that that issue has been resolved and everything looks great, we're going to move on to the next part of the problem. So right now, when the player is in a room, cam box, these things here, is it pointing at where I'm looking?
Yeah.
Okay. Where these things are here, every single time the player enters and exits it, it's supposed to apply the effect from the next area. It's supposed to fade the effect in and fade it out. If I was to leave right now, the graphic just completely vanishes. But like, it does all that. So I need to figure out why my shaders and my effects are not working together. Because it's actually deleting the new effect. Right now, the room is supposed to be dark, and everything is supposed to be tinted slightly gray in order to give off a spooky feel. But because of the code involved with the fog, it's overwritten. Get your sausage fingers out of my face. Trying to tickle my ear. So that was a pain in the ass. For ages, I was troubleshooting the problem, and it turned out that a code I had tried to implement all the way back at the beginning, which the desired effect was every sprite would have a slight variation in the color. So when that happened, it caused some issues. So this right here is the code handler, is how I'm going to phrase it, for fog. And then this right here is the shader for the fog. And within, I think it has to be the FSH. Inside the FSH, there was a code that randomized the opacity for fog sprites. So I ended up having to separate the fog sprites. Everything I did was for the purpose of troubleshooting. So I separated... Shut the fuck up, man. Some nerds find this interesting. So I separated the sprites into their own texture group, which is a lot easier than the guides online make it out to be. So what now happens is whenever I want to pull upon the texture grouping for fog, it just is there now. And the variation in color code was the entire reason why that checkerboarding was happening, because it not just handled the opacity, but it also handled the darkness of the color. So unintentionally, I created my enemy, and I did not realize it until I read the entire code, and I was like, wait a minute. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. My brain is just a complete mess right now. I think it was like asset random something or something. I can't fucking remember. I can't remember, man. Yeah, it really does hurt. I've been at this for 8 days. Now I can move on to the next part. So what I do now is I create a save project as, and then I rename this, copy that name, go down here, and then we are now officially on day 9, fog shader, FX transition. So now, because one problem was fixed, we're moving on to the next one. Yay! Video over, fuckers! Thank you to my tripod.